guys. Hope you're having a really great day. I am exhausted, so please forgive me. I wanted to come in and give you, of course, another update because the floors are going to be going in, and so I'm like, let me just go ahead and do this. A lot has been getting done. I've been moving fairly quickly because even some outside is painted. But what I wanted to share with you is this area right here, which I ended up creating a platform. Let me just give you guys a quick measurement because y'all, sometimes pictures and videos really do be off, and I want y'all to see it. So, okay, right now, these stairs right here are 34 inches wide. I don't know why. I think for the size of the house, the stairs should have been a bit wider, but that's just me. And these steps are 56 inches wide. So 34, 56. And originally, when it was just the standard steps.
For those of you that are new to my channel and you did not see the house tour, this is what that area looked like pre-construction. I felt like it was just entirely too tight from the dining, and I felt like it was too tight from the living and kitchen area. So I really went over the options to what to do, and what I ended up doing, I felt like was the best solution overall, and I think it's really great. The previous people that were living in the house actually ended up renting the house from us for about 5 days, and so the day that we came to get our things, they were still in the process of moving out. So the guy was hitting the wall and doing things. So that alone already told me my original assessment was correct, that we needed to open up this area a little bit more.
And so the guy was trying to patch some holes. I was like, listen, don't worry about it. He was like, no, I don't want to fix it. I was like, I promise you, I'm going to give you back your deposit, because they had to give us a deposit and everything to stay here. I was like, you're going to get your deposit back. I promise you, don't worry about it. And so he just said, okay, because I had my drywall guy go around and patch up the areas, and the wall that he actually put a hole on, we knocked it down. So there was no reason to kind of keep them here trying to fix stuff. And so I already saw their bedroom furniture was actually quite big. It's one of those canopy with the big pillars, you know, and so I'm guessing with moving that, it just they just dinged up the wall upstairs. And so I'm like, I need to create something a little bit better for us. And so my uncle did go bigger. My uncle did drywall. My uncle went a little bit thicker with the drywall, and we did all of this right here. Y'all said we're doing a lot. I don't think it's a lot. To me, I don't think it's a lot. I've been in bigger construction sites, and to me, this really isn't bad. This is like what I would consider to be like a facelift. We ain't getting a whole new face. You know, a little tweak, a little tweaky, a little filler, you know, that's all it is. So it looks bad, because right now we're in the swelling phase of things. Y'all like that? Y'all like the analogy? Right now everything is swollen and it looks bad, but we only did a little tweak, a little tweak, you know. But once everything kind of comes together, y'all be okay, wasn't that bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and share the rest of the house with you guys to get an update, and then I'm gonna leave. We started painting, but we're not done. If you see that there's orange like above some of the walls, it's because I'm gonna end up doing trim, so I didn't even worry about it. Trim is gonna be at least 4 inches, so there's about 2 inches of space. Don't worry about it. Like for instance, this room here, I'm not worrying about going all the way up. Even though it still has to be primed, I'm not gonna go all the way up. And at first, I was really considering removing the trim in this room, but now I'm opting to keep it and to doing it a darker color than the trim that's going to be out here in the hallway. So I'm just going to trust my gut and stop second guessing myself and just do what I have to do. And if it turns out wrong, I'll deal with it. But aesthetically, I don't feel like it's gonna be wrong. Again, you can see the steps on this side previously, and I'll put a picture in so you guys can see it. There was a very small opening that was about 32 inches wide. I could be off, but it was in the 36, 32 inches wide opening. And so if we had deliveries or furniture was coming in, there was no way that we could actually like go here. And I'm guessing because of the previous setup of how upstairs was, I'm guessing they weren't going to bring any like, you know, sofas or anything upstairs. It's a totally different story here. I do get PR packages. I work with brands, whatever. I wanted this to be open. And then this room was extremely dark. And so the second I walked into the house, I had already was like, okay, I want this open. And Dave was like, yeah. The flooring did come in. Shouldn't be a shocker that I'm going back to the chateau. Again, the guest room is done. The guys did paint when they were here painting the room that you guys saw. They actually ended up painting 3 rooms. It was the primary, the kids room, and then in here. And so that was on 4 technically. And then of course, more flooring. Looking into the kitchen. I'm gonna take a measurement of this. I'm gonna remind myself to take a measurement of this so you guys can see it, and I'll come back and do that. So I just gave you guys a measurement of this. I love the side profile, and I feel like once the railings is in, so it's gonna go like this and come down. I love the idea of coming here and sitting down. When I was little, growing up in New York, my uncle had steps like this, and I'm gonna just say nostalgic. Maybe that's why I did it, I don't know. But I remember having prayer group, and of course it was giving very much bad example, but it was giving like the Bill Cosby with the railings going all the way up the stairs, like right here. And we would sit on the steps, sit down here while we would have prayer. And I don't know, I like the idea of sitting right here. I guess the way you can look at it is I'm creating my own kind of like Romeo and Juliet situation, whatever. But if you look here in the corner, you can see some of you guys was like, oh, you could do this, you could do this. This house does have a basement, so there's really nothing underneath here in terms of support. So moving the steps any other way just wasn't plausible, or maybe the guys that I hired didn't know, and this is what we came up with, and I do love it. So let's go upstairs. Okay, so there was absolutely no light fixtures in the rooms, and now the rooms have ceiling fans, the kids' rooms, okay? And so very excited about that. And then they had the plugs in the room, and then we did a little bit of trim also. I don't want to go down, I want the reveals. So in the hallway, the last time I think you guys really saw it was when I was standing and it was really tight. I'm gonna try to get my tripod and stand here again so you guys can see it. Oh my gosh, don't regret it. Plus the arch being gone, major plus. Okay, coming into the primary again, absolutely love it. The drywall is done. I'll be painting, I'll be caulking, I'll be doing all that. Changing the light fixture also. We had recessed lights added over here. The flooring is back. The flooring is back. The flooring is back, y'all. The flooring is back. I'm excited. The tub is actually done and situated. This is going to be the mirror that's going to go over the vanities. And yes, the vanities are in. I think I explained it that I was going for a more metro. So the cabinets are dark. The floor is going to be a little bit lighter. Of course, Babe actually picked out the tile, and I picked out the flooring for the shower. And so, and then the black trim, just wanted something that was going to complement the both of us. I did not record this, but I know I'm going to end up doing this again. But his closet is now open. We don't have a linen closet. So here we will have towels, bedding that belongs to this bedroom in here. And then we're going to do it over here also. There's probably going to be anywhere from 3 to 4 shelvings on this side, okay? Also, I got rid of the main light here and did 2 recessed. I'm gonna turn the light on because y'all, daylight, he loves it. And then this guy right here is gonna be a light fixture. We're gonna change that one out, but he loves it. The guy's gonna come when he comes to repair the drywall. He's gonna repair this, but I absolutely love the fact that we have the recess in here. And look at the closet, okay? Just breaking that wall. So we acquired all of this to here in his closet.
So again, for those of you that haven't been keeping up with the tour and didn't see the tour, this is how the original layout of the closet was, which I felt like didn't provide enough space. And since we were already in the knocking down wall phase of things, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and knock it down. So in the knocking it down, we ended up doing a really heavy installation. We ended up going with a much thicker drywall, thanks to my uncle and babe. Surprisingly, they both got the drywall done in this space right here. So it actually turned out really, really good.
So you could see how much space we ended up obtaining by pushing the wall back. Even if we don't use it, whatever, it's there. So even if we want to hide it, you know, if you have an attic and you're thinking about it, you could build a safe. You can even do another extended shower. You could do whatever you want to do. It's up to you. So if you didn't have the space before, you could knock all of this down, make your bathroom bigger. The wall could have been extended here. That way this whole thing could have been part of the bathroom, or even bring this wall back. A lot could have been done. We didn't do it. We kept it as simple and cost effective as possible. But a lot of you guys have been commenting that your space looks similar to this. So if you was interested in doing some sort of upgrade, I would highly recommend it because it's definitely doable. Again, looking at the bathroom from this view, I love it. I know y'all tired of seeing this green. I am too. I'm trying to get to it as quickly as I can. It's just a lot. And sometime between today and tomorrow, I have to come back here to clean because the floors are going to get put in Saturday. So we have a couple days to get ourselves situated and ready. I did the trim. And when I say me and babe did the trim, y'all. Like, I think we did an amazing job with the trim. This is the new hallway, which I love. Keto, who is the realtor and also my friend, he came over, and I don't know if you guys can even see it, but let me pan it down real quick. So this, let me just show y'all, because the original wall for upstairs, let me step back. The original wall for upstairs was actually like here to here. And I remember when we were looking at the house, we were walking in a row. So like to walk side by side was just not doable.
Again, for context, I wanted to insert the original house tour of how the upstairs landing looked. And so us being within the space, if it looks small to you on camera, it was small in person also. It wasn't it wasn't a mirage. The upstairs hallway was just really small, and I did everything that I could possibly do not to do this extension, but it was something that I felt like was very much necessary to the overall.
So Keto came by like 2 days ago, and he was like, Nadia. I'm like, what? He was like, y'all did a lot. I'm like, is it bad? He was like, absolutely not. When I said you guys did a lot, like, it looks amazing. Like, okay, because one of the things that we talked about, he was like, I am picky, but he said I'm a good picky. And how he explained it is, you're picky, but at least you know what you're looking for. There's people that are picky, and by the time they make this selection, you're like, why did you make me do all this for this? And he was like, you're picky, and I know why. Like, you actually end up creating something really nice within the space, so I see it. I'm like, great, as long as there's reasoning. It's kind of like I tell you guys all the time, like, okay, something may be expensive, but you're only buying it one time and it's worth it. So you're like, oh, okay, you know what, she's not all the way off her rockers. Like, it actually works. The measurement that I took right here was like 100 and something, and I measured 6 drawers at about, I think 30 inches wide is what I measured. So 6 at 30, and then like I think I measured like 20 something. I know what you're thinking. Nadia, you open the hallway just to close it back up, and no, because even when I close it, there's still going to be like an extra foot added in here. And I'm gonna just tell y'all now, I really hope that the relationship that I currently have gets better. I'm not gonna say like I want to stay like this, because I know like just in loving someone over time, it's supposed to grow and again get better. So I'm gonna say like I hope it gets better. But we really like, we dance a lot and we play and joke around a lot. And I just didn't see this small, narrow hallway working, because we're always goofing off and the kids running around the house and stuff like that. So I really and truly, like from a really like looking at the future, I was like, man, I want us to be able to, if the music is on in the house, the TV's going, to be able to be up here and dance and move and chill and sit and lay down and talk, and we do that now. So I really wanted the house to be workable, and that's one of the things that I can tell y'all now, that when you're in the process of looking for a house, even when I was single, I was still planning on someone being in the house, maybe not forever, but just being in the house. And so I'm happy with the changes. I thought they were small. Y'all saying we did it the most. But I thought they were small. I think it's looking like a lot because the floors are up. Because if the floors were still in, it wouldn't look so bad. But because the floors are up, it looks like a lot. But I don't think it's a lot. But let's go back downstairs. So this is another view of the opening. I really love it, you guys. Let me show y'all this, because I love the fact that I can just, you know, I love it. And like I said, I do think it's very nostalgic just to like be here, you know. It reminds me of my childhood a little bit. So, y'all, that is it. We will be in the house in a week. Some of y'all asked, are we living here? No, we're still in a townhome. My lease was up in July, so right now I'm doing a month to month with a plan of moving out by September 2nd. And the reason why it's September 2nd, the reason why it's September 2nd is because, what is it? My birthday is on the 27th. So I would like to actually be in the house by my birthday, because I don't really feel like being in the townhome on my birthday. The townhome is beautiful. I love being over there. But I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Just renting and doing what I did, I don't know. And I hate to say renting isn't for me, because you just never know where life is going to take you and what's going to happen and the plans for the future or whatever. But renting just isn't for me. So I'm going to pray that I'm always in a position to like own. I'm just that person that if I'm sad or if I'm not like whatever, I bombard myself with work, and not necessarily people. I like to be able to sit in my house, create my content, post my content, mind my business, and go. I don't always necessarily want to deal with clients. It's different, because when I deal with clients, sometimes I find myself having to be like, this isn't gonna work. Like, can we do this? And it's a lot of convincing. And for me, when I'm in my house, I don't have to convince myself of anything. Like, I'm in the house, I'm living in the house, I see what needs to happen, I do it, and that's just that. So sometimes I just want to do that. And when you're renting, you just don't have that freedom to create the way you want to. And I'm gonna be honest, the 2-3 things that I did in that house the fact that I'm gonna have to take some of this stuff down when I'm leaving is irritating my soul, because I just really want to just pack my stuff and go. But I am gonna have to, and I'm not even talking about like the trim, like hanging art on the wall. I'm gonna have to go around and patch. I just want to leave, y'all. Like, if I could just snap my fingers and be gone, like, I'd be gone. And at this point, I'm gonna be honest, I regret even hanging anything on the wall, because now I have to go and patch everything and fix everything. And so if you're that person that move into an apartment and you paint and you do everything, I commend you. I can't do it. That's why I made sure she was okay with the trim, she was okay with the shelving, she was okay with the closet, because I don't want to be bothered with none of those things when I'm leaving. But I do have to fix where we hung certain things in the wall and stuff like that. But I'm gonna hire somebody to go in there and fix it, which again, money I don't want to spend. Yeah, renting isn't for me, and I'm not knocking you if you like it. There's definitely a freedom of not having to worry about the grass, not having to worry about this, not having to do that, whatever the case is. But it doesn't really bother me. I like having a grass guy. I like being able to go outside and planting something or just watering. Small things relax me. And the fact that those small things were taken away, I should say I took those things away because I decided to sell the house. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I will see y'all on the next video. Y'all have an amazing day. Bye.